Hi, welcome back to the channel. This video is on top-down analysis and how to align timeframes. Before we proceed on looking at the top-down analysis, let's look at the news calendar for the week of 22nd to 27. Here I have filtered the currency pair I trade. I look out for Euro, USD, and GBP. Now, if you see, we have red folder news for the week because I have filtered the red folder, and what we have here, we have only medium high impact news. That means for within the week, all the days are good for trading because we don't have CPI, FOMC, or NFP. So this is the basics of top-down analysis. Now, for you to be able to carry out a top-down analysis, you have to look at it from the perspective of high time frame, then the medium time frame, and also the low time frame. But for the high time frame, what I normally do is that I look out for external range liquidity to internal range liquidity, and also internal range liquidity to external range liquidity. I also look out for swing points and so on. But our main focus is to determine or to know what we do on the high time frame, and this high time frame are monthly, weekly, and daily. And if we are to look at for these three time frames, sometimes it's confusing. So if you follow me gradually, you will know the time frame for you to follow to come about to the top-down analysis. So here, the next one is the medium time frame, and what we do on the medium time frame is structure. We look out for structure at the medium time frame. So the next one is the lower time frame, what we use to enter our trade. So here is time frame alignment chart. Now, if you want to enter a trade from the 5 minutes time frame, you have to locate the 5 minutes time frame on the right side. And what time frame aligns with the 5 minutes time frame on the right side? We have the 1 hour time frame. That means if you are to enter on 5 minutes time frame as the entry, remember we said lower time frame is for entry. If you are to enter on the 5 minutes time frame, then on the left hand side we have the 1 hour time frame, and the 1 hour time frame is the medium time frame. Then this 1 hour time frame is the time frame where you will identify your market structure. Now, if your market structure is coming on 1 hour time frame, you have to come back to the right side, right chart again, and identify which of the 1 hour time frame on the left, which of the time frame on the left of the 1 hour time frame coincide. Then we have the daily. That means your bias or your direction will be coming from where? From the daily, being the higher time frame. Now, let's take another example. Let's say, for example, you want to enter on 15 minutes. Your entry is on 15 minutes. We have 15 minutes here on the left side, which time frame align with. Then we have 4 hour. That is 15 minutes time frame is the entry time frame, and on the left, a higher time frame that coincide with 15 minutes is 4 hours time frame. That means your structure will be on 4 hours. And then which time frame align with 4 hours higher than 4 hour time frame is the weekly. Here 4 hours you see is the weekly time frame. So the weekly time frame is the time frame where you would determine your buyer. So let's go to the chart and see it practical on the chart. So here we are on the dollar index, and we are on the monthly time frame, being the higher time frame where we determine our buyers. So in the monthly time frame, what do we have? Let's see. Here we have price reacting from this imbalance at this level. We see price reacting at this imbalance. Now, price is not just reacting. We see price have sweep the external range liquidity here, and we see price closing inside this particular low. After sweeping it, we see price closing in is coming inside this, this swing low. So we are seeing price rejecting. So then our bias is that since we have taken out external range liquidity and we see price rejecting, then this may likely be our target here, this fair value gap. What did I say? External to what? Internal range liquidity. And there is likelihood of, price forming a swing low next month. So seeing this on the monthly, we see price rejecting. We can go to the to the daily as time frame, using the time frame alignment. Now on the daily, what do we have? On the daily, we said we are going to look at structure, which is the medium time frame. we're going to look at for structure. And here we don't have any reasonable breakup structure, but we are going to be looking at for change in the state of delivery. Now, this is the candle that sweep this liquidity and also sweep this low. If you look at it here, we have this low here that was, taken by this candle, and also this low was swept by this candle. So we have a change in the state of delivery. Here we see change in the state of delivery here. Now, having this change in the state of delivery, which coincide with a fair value gap, we want to see price going bullish and, attacking these relative equal highs. This is what we have. And also, how do we enter? Now, we see price creating this change in the state of delivery, and we see price having this fair value gap. So our target is that price should come to this what? Fair value gap. Now, if price should not come to this fair value gap, if price want to leave it open, we should be able to see SMT divergence at this level with the foreign currency. So we can have our SMT here, SMT divergence. So we'll have SMT divergence here. So coming this week, we want to see price either coming into this fair value gap and going bullish, or price should leave this fair value gap open. Now, what is the worst case scenario? The worst case scenario, if we are to go bearish because of the war currently going on, US has attacked Iran. Things might, and if things will change, we might see price, closing below this fair value gap and then retesting it for lower prices. But for now, we have to wait for price to play it in, and let's wait for Monday to see what will happen. And also, if price can open with gap low, because of the news, and also Trump was speaking around 3 a.m. today. So I foresee that we can open with gap today. So having this daily time frame structure, let's go to the what next time frame will be 1 hour. 1 hour is for entry, and also you can decide to go lower than 1 hour, which is the 5 minutes time frame, based on the time frame alignment chart. Please, you can screenshot that time frame alignment chart. So here, what do we see here? Based on the 1 hour time frame, we see price is what at this level. We see price is at this level, respecting this volume imbalance. We see price respecting the volume imbalance, but that is not enough for us to say that price is going to go bullish. We have to wait for Monday to see what will come out of Monday. So here we see price respecting this volume imbalance. We see price coming to this volume imbalance. So I don't want to see, if price is going bullish, I don't want to see price violating this level, because if price should do that, we're going bearish. But my analysis is, my focus is more on going bullish. So to enter, you can come to 5 minutes and look at your trade for entry. This is how you can do a top-down analysis. And let's also look at another example. Let's look at GBP USD. For GBP USD, we can start on the monthly. Okay, let's look at the monthly time frame here. On the monthly, we see price creating a rejection candle, because we have swept external range liquidity. We're looking out for internal range liquidity, and we said this is how we determine the bias on the higher time frame: external, internal. And also we might have a potential swing point, which is also another way to determine our bias. Then on the next, from monthly you move to daily. On the daily time frame, what do we have? We see our structure, guys. We have our structure. And what do we have? We see price sweeping this liquidity, also sweeping this high. Then we see a break of structure on the daily time frame. We said on the daily time frame, we see a break of structure on the daily time frame. We have seen a structure. Now, how do we know the structure here? Because we see this order block and was violated with what? With a strong displacement. So here we have a breaker block at this level, and also a fair value gap. At this level. So we see price coming into the fair value gap and price is rejecting. So here we have a point of interest, because this is a breaker block and a fair value gap. We see price rejecting. So this daily candle, we can go to the 1 hour and locate our entry. And here on this entry, we find out that we have a breaker block here. We see price creating this high, sweeping this high and closing below this candle. So what I want to see next week, on Monday, that is tomorrow, I want to see price going short, respecting this level, and then we have price coming to what? To this relative equal lows at this level. So this is what I want to see, and this is what I do on the chart. So to refine it for sniper entry, I can go to the 5 minutes and refine my entry. So here we see this relative equal high. Price can sweep it before we go bearish. So my entry can be at this level on the 5 minutes time frame. So going back to the 1 hour time frame, let me show you something here. Sorry, on the structure time frame. Now on the structure time frame, we also have a fair value gap here. We have a level here, which is this high, and we see price rejecting. For this rejection to stand, we need to close above this fair value gap. If we close above this fair value gap, we know that we are going to take this high. But if price should respect this fair value gap, then we're going to continue bearish to this relative equal low at this level, and potentially taking out this low for this fair value gap on the monthly. So guys, let's look at for weekly to 4 hours and 15 minutes. So for the weekly time frame, this on the same GU, we found out that we see price rejecting at this level. We created a swing point, and what do we have? We see price closing above this 2 candle. Do you see it? This is what we call change in the state of delivery. We see price closing below this 2 candle, which is the change in the state of delivery. So what are we expecting? We're expecting to see lower prices, which will be our bias. But when price open, let's have a retest of the change in the state of delivery before going down. Remember, we also have this fair value gap price respecting, and if price violated this fair value gap, then this low might be attacked, or the body of this candle, because there are liquidity at that level. So here we see price rejecting, and when we open tomorrow, I want to see price respecting this 2 consecutive candle for going bearish. Here, after from weekly, we need to move to the 4 hours time frame using time frame alignment. And what are we going to be looking at for the 4 hours on the 4 hours time frame is structure. What do we have here? We see here price taking out this high, and then price creating this failure swing. Here we see price creating this failure swing. That means we have a mitigation block at this level, and also we have what we call a breaker block from this level. So what do we see? Price came into the breaker block, and it's respecting the breaker block. And if you put your Fibonacci price level from this high to this low, you find out that price is above the mean threshold. So we entered premium level, and we're expecting discount. Now tomorrow, I want to see price violating this fair value gap on the structure. Remember, this was the entry. This is the state of delivery. We want to see price to enter in. So I want to see price respecting this fair value gap to have a retest on this change in the state of delivery, or price can even go higher to this fair value gap before going lower. So I want to see, based on this structure, I want to see price continue lower, but with a bit of retracement, bullish to continue lower. Yeah, because I see a lot of people seeing this as a breaker block, but the bias is still a bit bearish. So from 4 hours, if you go to 15 minutes, we'll find out that the 15 minutes has created an entry here. We see a break of market structure, low here, and we see price coming into this fair value gap. But I want to see this relative equal high being tapped for price to go lower. So I want to place my entry here, and we'll be targeting those relative equal low on the left. This relative equal lows. So guys, this is what I have for the week, and this is how I do my top-down analysis. So guys, let's have a chat on the Telegram group for the week, within the week, and let's discuss. If you're new to this channel, kindly subscribe for more information. Bye.